Hello everybody, my name is Sirhc and welcome back to Crash Landing. Back here in our Tinker's Construct room. This room is really cool. I like it. Yeah, let's go over to our sifting room first. Check that out. This is what we worked on last time. And it is going. We got some stuff here. I got barrels set up over here. Chests for the Tinker's Construct stuff and barrels for the cobalt and the ardite and the quartz and the nether wart and the gas tiers. I took out the system that I had right here. I had a line that was here to turn this stuff into blocks. It would combine 4 of them into a block and then it would pulverize them. But there is a problem with that. If we go over here to a pulverizer, if you stick one of these in here, it doesn't pulverize in the pulverizer. The normal metals do, but these cobalt and ardite ones do not. So we could automate making them into blocks and then pulverizing them and then making them into blocks like we do with the metals, but we'd have to use an autonomous activator and give it hammers. The hammers that you use to break them by hand, these things, those are the hammers that you use to break them down into the dust, and they can combine them again, and then you get more dust than what you started with. But we don't. Well, the big problem with that is that you have to keep feeding it hammers, which I don't really want to do. And we don't really need that much cobalt and ardite, and we're not really getting a ton anyways, so I think I'm just going to take care of that by hand. I'm not going to worry about it. So this is all we're going to have over here. We do have a lot of empty space here, but there's not really anything else to do. I could make like some more stone barrels and make glowstone, or not glowstone, endstone. But there's not much that I need endstone for. The only thing I would need it for is possibly to upgrade barrels. One of the upgrades requires endstone, but I can make endstone. Yeah, it's one of the last upgrades, so that gives you 63 slots, and we don't really need barrels that are upgraded that highly. But there is other ways to make endstone, like you can use resonant ender on sandstone, either in a fluid transposer or in a smeltery, or you can use resonant ender on obsidian, which uses a lot less ender pearls, which is nice. So if we ever need it, that is what I will do. What else do we have here? We got this room's pretty much the same. This room, it's pretty much the same, except my water is going down, which is not cool. I switched out all these pipes with the impulse item ducts, which, why are they not working? Oh, I bet, yeah, that barrel's full. So let's see, let's grab this and just put that there and put that there, and that'll empty out. And when I broke out the item ducts that were here, there was tons. There was like 3,000 cobblestone just sitting in the pipes, and almost crashed my game, but I made it through it. And so right now I'm just trying. I have all these barrels. I'm just emptying them out. My water production is not keeping up very well. With I think it's because of the soul sand. That's the only thing that's really using up a lot of the water, is making that soul sand. But yeah, that's not doing so well. Over here we have mob farm. I've been working on this a lot, and it is coming along quite nicely. We got, oh, I didn't turn the fans off. Why are the fans not off? There we go. Yeah, I got this all cleaned up and got a nice floor and walls in. We still got to cover these pipes up, but yeah, that's coming along nicely. And I added some redstone. So now if I want to turn this on, this thing turns on the fans. I just have it go down. This is that red net cable that transfers redstone. Goes down and then powers that redstone, which powers that line of fans. And then it goes around that way and does the same back there. I don't know if we can see it. Probably can. Yeah, and then powers that redstone. I just have a repeater to make sure that the signal doesn't die, and then goes around to that side. So that powers all the fans with a single switch, and then this thing turns the mob farm on, or the auto spawner on. And there we go. We got creepers in there right now. Getting lots of gunpowder. So that thing is working nicely. And when he's dead, we'll put that. Added in a big tank, the open blocks tank, so I can see all the mob essence. Looks really cool. And then I have the barrels moved back, and I have some stuff set up here. This is the junk chest, and then this is where ender pearls and gunpowder should go when these barrels are full. So gunpowder should go in here. Ender pearls, I want to fill up the barrel first before I start putting it in there. And when it goes in there, then it gets pulled out over to here. And I've been working on the power room here. So we got the mob essence coming down there, going behind these. And I'll put some more reactant dynamos here. And I got barrels for gunpowder and ender pearl storage. And then the ender pearls go right into ender generators. Although I don't really need more than one of the. Well, I guess I could use more than one. But these things are weird because they consume the ender pearls like right away, and the time just increases. So I don't know. I don't know if that's a bad thing or if that's okay. But yeah, we're getting power. Got lots of power output, so that is very cool. And then yeah, today we're gonna be working in this room. Gonna be fixing this up, cleaning it up, improving it. So I got the other two kinetic compressors. They're not hooked up because we're gonna change these pipes out with the advanced pressure tubes. I have some barrels for storage of stuff, stuff that we usually use. We got our creeper plant, lightning plant, and squid plant seeds, and then the black cyan, and then green rubber or green plastic can go there. Redstone, and then that stuff, compressed iron. We got some machines and stuff, some other stuff. Actually, this can go maybe in here. And then some other, the plastic plant seeds. And then over here, this is going to be my new plastic plant farm thing. I'm going to run it all off of one inventory manager if I can. And I'm just going to do the same thing that I did before. And in fact, I think I have, yeah, I still have this factory manager here. It's not working because I disconnected some stuff, so I'd have to like reconfigure it. But I'm going to make this, and I'm going to have to do that 6 times in this one input manager for each farm. So we have we have 3 dirt farms. This one is going to be for creeper plant seeds, and then we have the water for the squid plant seeds, and then this one's going to be for the lightning plant seeds. Those 3 are the main ones that you need to make you know, the black, cyan, and green plastic, which are used to make these things, the capacitors, transistors, and unassembled PCBs. So those are going to be my main ones. And then endstone, there's an ender plant seed that needs endstone. And then there's a fire plant seed, I think, that uses the netherrack. And then all the other ones that we have, which there's quite a few. If we look up pneumaticcraft, I think there's 14 of them. So everything else should plant on dirt or grass or farmland. And all those other ones are going to be just on this top one. And I have a dirt above it because there's also a helium plant seed. Oh, that one's supposed to be on netherrack. So actually, we'll have to put it above here. We'll have to put a netherrack above here because I believe that one floats up and plants on the bottom of the block. But I'm going to get this programmed, and then we'll see how well it works. And it looks like everything is working fine. Oh, this is cool. I like this. I had to raise these up 1 level. I had this, like the end stone was down here. But if you have a block above the the plant, when you bone meal it, it just like updates it and it doesn't want to grow because like the light level above it is too dark, I guess. So that didn't work. So I had to raise it up. Also, instead of using one inventory manager, I used two because it's really compact in here. Also, and I think there's like a command limit. It might be 50. I don't remember exactly what it is. So I might not have even been able to put both of them in one. So I have one for the upper, one for the lower. And everything's working good. We got the lightning plant seeds here, the squid plant seeds, the creeper plant seeds. Like I said, those are going to be the main ones that like will always stay. Then we have the ender plant seeds on the end stone. I'll talk about that one in a sec. And then this one is basically any other seed that uses the dirt. So if we look in here, I have it set to accept any of these. The rain, slime, burst, potion, repulsion, chopper, propulsion, flying flower seeds. So all we need to do is, you know, take these out and put in a different type of seed, and that will work. In fact, we probably have something else. Let's try the potion plant seed. Let's take those out and put that in. And now it should put propulsion plant seed down. I'll take those out. Does it work? Oh yeah. Works just fine. See, it switches seamlessly, which is real nice. And then this one, I had said that we got these helium plant seeds, which I thought worked on dirt, but it's actually on netherrack. So I put netherrack above it. But then you have the problem where, you know, you can't have a block above it, or with the helium plant seeds, you can't have a block below it or it won't grow. So what I have is a nice drawbridge setup. So if we want to do the fire plant seeds, let's turn this off. And, that might be an issue, but maybe not too big of an issue. Maybe we turn it on real quick and then turn it off. This is one problem with it. It's like, that's the only way to really turn it on and off. Anyways, so if I want to switch to fire plant seeds, what I do is I got a lever here, and I flip that, and the drawbridge on the top pulls back the netherrack. The drawbridge on the bottom pushes out a netherrack. And the way I have that set up is with these RedNet controllers. I have it so that it takes this white input in the left, and it just passes it through on the right for this bottom drawbridge. And then for the top drawbridge, I have this D latch. This is one way I was able to do this. Basically, it just inverts from that one to that one if this is non-zero. So I don't know exactly, I don't know if that's the best way to do it, but that was one of the ways I could get it to work. I couldn't really find just a normal NOT gate. So that's how I got that to work. So now all we have to do, take those out, go get some, oh, I don't have any. I accidentally threw them on the ground, the fire plant seeds, and when you do that, they burn up, which is not very good. So let's go grab those. At least I think they burn up unless they land on, maybe, well, yeah, let's just grab one red dye. Unless they land on dirt, because then they plant. So I kind of lost the seeds that I had, but I didn't have very many anyways. And then I got some grass seeds here. Let's make a red fire plant seed, or fire flower seed. Do that, and then we can turn it on by connecting that. And that should work quite nicely. It plants, and it grows, and it gets harvested. Oh, we probably had too much bone meal in there. But it should be fine now. Yeah, I think everything's alright. Sometimes if it gets messed up, then it tries to put more bone meal in here and it'll just fill that thing with bone meal if it gets stuck, and then that leads to a problem. But everything is working. I like it. I like it a lot. So we can grow all the seeds. And I'm going to turn these all off right now because they're kind of annoying. If they were all going like at once, it wouldn't be too bad, but they are not. It's kind of hard to get them to go all at once, just the timing. So that's one thing I wanted to take care of today. The other thing I wanted to do was upgrade these pipes because I'd like to put down a charging station. And we found these in the city, and these things go up to 20 bars, I believe. Yeah, they go up to 20 bars instead of the 5 bars that these things go up to, and the 5 bars that these small tubes go up to. So we want to make the advanced pressure tubes, which I have already made some, and in fact we probably don't need to make a whole lot more. But these things are pretty easy to make. Not what I wanted. You can either make some pressure chamber walls, which is like, I think it's or pressure chamber valves, which is a pressure tube surrounded by compressed iron, or you can actually make these pressure chamber walls in an assembly controller with a drill thing, turn a block of compressed iron into that, and then you can turn that into the advanced pressure tube using a laser program, or you can just use a laser drill program and do it all at once. Let's go grab a compressed block, and if we stick that in here, it's gonna grab it and it's gonna put it on the table very slowly, even though I have 3 machine speed upgrades. And then it's gonna drill it into the pressure valves. See, those are now it's the pressure valves, and then it lasers them into the advanced tubes. So that's pretty cool. I like that. I like that a lot. And that pulls them out. Very cool. Let's see. I'm gonna need more gold than this. I don't know why I only grabbed this much. We need. Wait a sec. I thought that's. Oh, I bet it's gold around that. Okay. I need to make some safety. These things, pressure gauge tubes, because we're just gonna replace these with the pressure gauge tubes, and then we might have to adjust this RedNet cable controller. The value might not be 9 anymore, but we'll have to test that out. All right, so if we take a look at one of these pressure gauge tubes, it says the redstone is equal to 2/3 times the pressure in bar. So we don't want it to go past 20. So we want, well, 21 would be, 2/3 of that would be 14. So I have in here set to 13. So this should work, hopefully. And we can do that. And it should turn on, maybe. Maybe not. What's going on now? Okay, I figured out what the problem was. This thing was outputting a signal straight to the energy cell, so that was interfering with it. But now everything is working. It's turning on right now, and once the signal strength reaches 13, this should turn off, no longer supply power. One thing we need to make sure though is this thing, it's going to explode if it goes any higher. So what we want to do is put a security upgrade in here, and that it installs basically like a, I wonder if it says in here, adds a built-in safety valve tube to the pneumatic machine, so it won't let the pressure get above 5. So now I guess it's going to just kind of bleed off that pressure, which actually might be a problem. Oh, this thing is security upgrade. So that might be a problem, actually. I might need to rethink that. Okay, I think I got this all figured out. So instead of using those security upgrades, which are just gonna bleed pressure through, bleed air through, and it's really annoying, and I think it just wastes the air, and these things would have to work harder, I instead installed an advanced pressure regulator tube. And this thing, it stops pressurized air from traveling through this tube when a certain threshold's reached. And I put it as a threshold of 5 because that is when these things will explode. So It says it's 22.5 minus the redstone times 1.5. 5 times 1.5 is 7.5. 22.5 minus 7.5 is 15. So I needed a full strength of 15 redstone. So I just carried the red net thing over to there. Suppose I could have also just put a torch under there. And then in here I made another program, I guess. Used an adder, constant of 15, and then I outputted that. So it's basically just giving it a signal of 15. And then I made a pressure gauge tube just to make sure that's working, and it seems to be, and it's not bleeding off power, so that's great. So this part of the pipe is staying at 5, and that goes to the pressure chamber, which I don't want higher than 5, and the assembly controller. So those things should be good, should be working. But the pressure instead is going over this way to the charging station right here. And then this can climb up to around 20. And we have in here, oh, this thing is charging too. We have in here a pneumatic helmet. This is something that we found in the city, and it has a really cool display. It's supposed to be like Iron Man, like an Iron Man suit, Iron Man helmet. And so you can put it on and it does stuff. Well, it's not doing anything right now except for telling us the pressure, but I did make some upgrades for it that we can put on there. All of these things we can put on there. And I don't have the security upgrades. The security upgrades are in there. I was wondering where those were. So now we can go, we have the helmet in there, we can go to inventory, and we can put these in there. So we have an item search upgrade, we have a coordinate tracker upgrade, we have an entity tracker upgrade, we have a volume upgrade, which I don't know if the volume, it says any machine driven by pneumatic power, so I think that I think that counts this, but I'm not entirely sure. And the volume upgrade should increase how much air we can put in here. Well, it doesn't say anything on there. I'm not sure. A block tracker upgrade and a range upgrade. So that means that, so I think that's all the upgrades that we can have in there. Does it say? Yeah, it does say volume. So let's see. What these do is the entity tracker allows you to track any entity within 16 blocks, but I think the range upgrade increases that. And then we have a block tracker, which tracks any blocks like spawners and furnaces and chests and tripwires and TNT. Anything that you might want to track, it tracks those. And then there's an item search upgrade where you can actually like search for a certain item, and it will even check inventories, which is pretty cool. And then a coordinate tracker, you can like, I think you can tell it a coordinate and it'll kind of show you where that coordinate is. So lots of cool stuff in there. Looks like this thing is fully charged. So let's put it on now, and it is initializing. Core components found, block tracker found, entity tracker found, item searcher found, coordinate tracker found. And now we have lots of stuff. Alright, so we had a bit of a crash there, but everything's alright now. So it tracked the spiders. Now we can see the spiders even if they were like, I mean they are through a block, but if they were like invisible, like we can see something over there. What is that? A giant skeleton. You can kind of read. It tells you the health of them. We have all these inventories, and I can actually like look at what's in the inventory. Those things are kind of weird, the strong boxes. Like I can't see it on the left side, but if I look at those barrels, contents, nothing in that barrel. 64 squid plant seeds, nothing in that one. 2 compressed iron ingots. Lots of stuff in there. I can't even read it. It's kind of messed up. But if we go closer, you can also see like what's in there just by looking at it, which is kind of cool. And then it says currently searching for, press C to configure. I'm pressing C, but it's not working. So I'm not sure why that is. I looked at the controls and there's nothing conflicting. Where was that? It's right here. There's nothing conflicting. If we change it to like G, I don't think it still doesn't work. So I might need to look up. Oh, that changes something else. Maybe that is used. Maybe the C is used. Okay, yeah, I've tried different controls, and for some reason it's not opening. So I'll have to take a look at that. But, oh man, we can walk around our base, and it scans items, and then you can just look at them. And another crash. I think there's just way too many entities around here, or something. Way too many inventories. Let's take this off before we crash again. Go away. Okay. I'll have to play around with that, see if there's something I can do to fix that. Because I had another crash earlier that wasn't related to the pneumatic-craft helmet as well, so I might need to kind of figure some stuff out, see what's going on there. But anyways, I think that's going to be it for today. I hope you have enjoyed. We will see you next time. Goodbye, peoples.